Welcome back to Building JKR's Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Minecraft by DragonflySara. That's me. Today we're going to take a tour of the completed Quidditch Stadium. Let's jump right on in there. Okay, welcome to the Hogwarts Quidditch Stadium. First up, the pitch. The pitch, according to canon, is 150 feet long and 180 feet wide. There is a line on the pitch at midfield with a 1 meter circle in the center for ball release. At the ends of each field, the scoring areas are separated off by a curved line, and inside the scoring areas, the only people allowed are the chaser with the quaffle and the keeper. The goal hoops are 9, 12, and 15 meters high and are made of a thin and gold and resemble the sticks Muggle children use to blow bubbles. The stands are supposed to seat hundreds of students, have many rows going up into the air so that people can see the play. And I have put coloring, because I didn't want the whole thing to be just, brown. So I put 4 stands for the Hogwarts houses, and we know that Slytherins and Gryffindors are at opposite ends of the field. And so then I put the other 2 on the other corners. And I used purple for the middle. In the Wizarding World, Joe has stated on Pottermore that wizards identify with each other when they're out in the world by wearing green and purple. So this is, we already have green for Slytherin, so I used purple for neutral. The stands are broken up so that there are gaps between them, and there are stairs going onto the stands on both the bottom and the top. So I have done that as well. The ones going from the top had to be circular to fit in the space, so they're not exactly a Hagrid-friendly setup. As you can see here, there's not a lot of headroom, and it's kind of cramped side to side as well. So, yeah, I actually can't fly out of here because of the fences. So I made sure that the stairs going to the bottom of the stands on all of them were much more Hagrid-friendly. The spectators can spill out onto the field from the stands. It's described as vaulting the barrier between the stands and the pitch. So I've got fences here so they can't just simply walk out on, but if they take oops, I flew. Didn't mean to do that. If I take a jump from here, what do you know? I vaulted over onto the field. The commentator box, all we know about it is it's made of wood, because Jenny ran into it in Half-Blood Prince when Zachariah was commentating the game. And we also know that it is, and because of that same episode, we know that it's directly above one of the changing rooms. And we also know from multiple statements throughout the books, but most particularly also from Half-Blood Prince when Luna is commentating, that it is below the playing area. It would be at the base of the stands, because every time one of the players, specifically Harry, who we're seeing the world through, looks at the commentator's podium, they always look down. The changing rooms are on either side of the field. Players from each team enter on opposite sides, and they're both set up basically like this. This is the more complicated one because this is the one on the school side. So there's the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. There's the main castle. And if we were to go through this door, we have two doors here. This one is the locker room. And we have the benches and the blackboard that we know exist from book 3 when Oliver does his long drawn out he's talking to the team, and the comment Fred makes is, "Couldn't you have told us this yesterday while we were still awake?" And he, gets all mad. We also got a chest here with balls in it that they would be able to use during practice, because we know that it's implied in book 2 that there's only one set of balls, but I figure if someone's playing the world, it would be really easy for them to lose one, so I've got multiples all over the place. Also, there are hooks on the walls, and this is from Half-Blood Prince chapter 14. When Harry leaves the locker room, he hangs his dirty robe on a hook inside the changing room first. Now, my assumption, with this being the wizarding world that it is that the house elves come and collect the dirty robes, clean them, and then return them to the correct player. Because we know at book 3 at the beginning, when Oliver Wood comes and wakes up Harry at the unbelievable hour of dawn in early September of that year for Quidditch practice, because he's insistent he's gonna win before he leaves Hogwarts. He's gonna get the Quidditch Cup, and this is his last year to try. This door, Harry has to look for his robes before he can leave his dorm. This door exits onto the main thoroughfare so that the players would be able to get into the locker room without going through the field. And then over on this side, which this part doesn't exist on the other side of the field, this is Madam Hooch's office. It's referred to as the captain's office in book 5. Angelina comes back from the captain's office with the game roster for the game. Because she's coming back with the game roster, I'm assuming that it's a office where the captains meet. I would assume it would be Madam Hooch's office. She doesn't have a designated color. I don't know what her favorite color is, so I chose to decorate her office in purple. I put 2 boxes of balls in this room. One is a setup for a game. The other are extra snitches. And the reason for this is because snitches, if you'll remember, have flesh memory. And with the flesh memory, a snitch can't be used for multiple games. After it has been touched by human hands, it can't be reused. So she would have extras on hand for all of the games in the season. She'd probably order at the beginning of the year for all of the games, plus a couple for practice and the like. She also has a door in her office leading to the Quidditch under the stands. This is then the front door going out. I plan on eventually putting the Hogwarts crest in this area on pictures or banners, something along those lines. I'm going to make it look like a banner. The last room under these stands is the broom shed. I placed it here, and yes, it's a bare room with some lighting because it's the broom shed. Can store 20 school brooms plus all the brooms that the students bring with them. And I placed it here for 2 important reasons. One is that in Philosopher's Stone, chapter 13, Harry's putting his broom away after I can't remember if it's game or a practice. And he sees Severus Snape come out of the front doors of the castle and head toward the Forbidden Forest. Now, you can't exactly see the front door. Let me turn on the front door of the castle here. So if I go into JourneyMap and sort by distance, I can turn on the front door of the castle. And just really quick, let me get rid of that other line in the middle. Turn off my Whomping Willow stuff. Okay, so there's the castle front door. So you can't quite see the front door. I could have lowered the wall or raised the floor in here or something to make it a little bit more canon, but as I said, this build took me 24 hours and I'm not going to do a whole lot of editing. I think I got it pretty close to what, hopefully I got it pretty close to what Joe wanted. The other reason that it's here instead of just, you know, out on the field somewhere, on the lawn somewhere, is because Hagrid is seen, also in Philosopher's Stone, this time in Chapter 11. He's seen on the field, so you have to be able to see the field from the lawn, which you can do. He's seen on the field defrosting the brooms, and it seems unreasonable to me that he would have gone from the lawn to the field to do that. If he was already on the lawn, he would have just done it on the lawn. Okay, so that finishes the basic tour of the completed Quidditch Stadium. Oh, I think I forgot to mention that, as I stated, I got the balls in, the red quaffle, got one. The other one's on the other end. It is. I promise. There's another bludger around here. Ah, there it is. Two. And because I wanted to make everything perfect, I hit a snitch right there. That is very hard to see from a distance. If you know exactly where it is, you can see it, but man, if you're looking for it, you're really looking. So seekers have to be good at their job. So this finishes the Quidditch Stadium at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, with the pitch built to international standards, and the stadium leveled to the terrain. It fits within the walls. The canon information of where they walk and what they do. For instance, in one of the books, it states that from the locker room, they can hear students entering the stadium beyond. And so the entrance is past the locker room. I think I hit all the main points. I'm very proud of my goal hoops, as I said in last week's video. I just think these came out absolutely fantastically. And I don't think the balls came out looking too shabby either. I hope that you like this build. I hope it came out looking like a stadium. I'm not much of a sports fan. But I think I did a good job. The people that like me, that sort of are required to say I did a good job, said I did a good job. So, and I definitely think it was worth it because I think this came out looking fantastically. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. We are coming to the end of Series 2 really quickly. Next up, we're going to be building the Whomping Willow and making it behave as it should. I think I can do it in one episode, but it might take two. Then all we have left are the greenhouses and the vegetable patch, which will take us 2 episodes, because at the end, of course, we'll do a tour of everything we have accomplished in this series. Then we'll be moving on to the Forbidden Forest. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Check me out on planetminecraft.com, and I'll see you hopefully next week.